Hey there, this is Nils Beautiful, and today we're making the Fenris wolf bag from leather. As always, we start with the pattern, print it out, cut it out, transfer it onto our leather, and cut it out that as well. We're using 2.7mm or 7-ounce veg tan leather for this project. After our pieces are cut out, we can use our beveler to bevel the edges to prepare them for burnishing. And then we moisten it to prepare it for embossing. And while it's still drying back a bit, we can use the time to punch all the necessary holes. With a ball pen we can trace all the grain lines for the ornaments through the pattern on our leather and then use stamps like bevelers to emboss these. Next we want to apply some dye, and I'm using my airbrush here as mostly, and starting with some yellow as a base coat and then some lighter brown from the edges and then some even darker brown from the edges, going a low angle to create some shadows and some fading towards the center. And to highlight the yellow from underneath, we use some sandpaper and really go a bit aggressive on it and go over all the high spots to remove the dye here. And then we get some leather finish, put it everywhere, and also on the edges to use the moisture for burnishing. And after the leather finish, you should be able to see just the glow from the yellow coming through the sanded areas. All the pieces that we got for the wolf, the legs, the heads, here also some red as blood around the hand and the eye. Also got these D-ring attachments, the back pieces, the belly piece with the mouth and nose, and the side big body pieces, and also we got some swords. At least we only need one, but I couldn't decide for which one. Assembling, we start by gluing on the head to the body. Mark where the eye is and then leave out this area to rough up the leather. And put on some contact cement on both areas, let them dry back a bit and then glue them together. Important here, on the head, this, even though if you cut it out perfectly, the beveling and the tooling will spread it out a little bit further. So it will be a little bit bigger than the head on the body part, even if you cut it out perfectly. So bend this body head here a bit and then glue the head on and make sure the edges fit. That's the important part. The rest in the center area can be forced together to fit. We also want to clean up the edges, cut off the excess leather, grind it, sand it, bevel it, re-dye it and burnish it. There are plenty of sewing holes, but for the moment we also only want to sew this area here, like below the ear. Next we want to sew on the legs, and this is special. If you hold your leg on there, it seems like it won't fit exactly. And the reason for this is, first, we want to have to bend in the body a little bit like this. And the second part is that the holes here, the spacing, is about 10% bigger than on the body. And this is important and wanted to shrink down the edges of the leg and make the rest of the leg pop more. To achieve this a little bit easier, moisten the flesh side of the leg and then sew it on. And you really want to pull these threads tight. And you already can see here, it's warping, and that's what we want. Because the leather on the leg needs to go somewhere when it's shrinked on the edges. And then we just keep on doing this and get a shape kind of like this. To even make this pop more, use your fingers to press out the leg and bend the parts that you want to have bent. Also, you can use a bone folder to get in this corner here to press it out as well. To attach these feet here, well, we need some rivets and just set them there. The same is true for the other legs, like front and on the other side. Just moisten them and then sew them together. Next we got these back pieces. These have a start and an end and a very specific point where you have to sew them on. Like this hole here behind the ear. It's also exactly marked on the pattern. Just sew it on, no special thing here. We want to moisten the piece from the inside a bit to give it some rough shaping already, but we also do this again in the very end. The whole procedure we do twice, like for we have two sides of the wolf, of course. As opening for the bag, we use a zipper and we glue and sew this here on the inside of the belly. Chances are your zipper is also not the perfectly correct size, so you can fold over the ends and cut off the excess. Now we connect the belly to the side and we start here from the butt with some screw rivets. And you might think, why use screw rivets here? Why not use regular rivets? The reason is very simple. On the first part here, adding the first half is very easy, but adding the second half is super awkward. Also, add some glue in the screw rivets to make sure they fit. Also, there are some washers in there because I did not have the correct length for the screw rivets. Then we keep on sewing this part, like on the belly, then also add some screw rivets on the front leg, and then keep on sewing on the mouth and nose. This part has a quite tricky area and it's the very tip of the nose, like this corner down there. You really have to moisten it and pull the thread very hard. And now we have this done once, but now we have to add the other side. And there you might already can see where the tricky part is with setting regular rivets here on the leg. Because you can't really get in there. There's maybe from the top, yes, but getting an anvil on the other side and still being able to hammer it down is quite difficult, and screw rivets are the better way to do this. Same procedure as before. We screw our screw rivets in, sew the rest part of the pieces, and then connect also the second half to the belly. Also, while we're doing this at the front, we attach the D-ring with the D-ring attachment in between the layers. They're just pieces like this and you sew it in on the way. Now this back part is still wide open and we sew this also together, which is only flesh side to flesh side. We sew it from the outside, quite simple, quite straightforward. Here we also have a D-ring with a D-ring attachment, sewing here on the tail. The waist of the wolf is a little bit strange, as well as a few other areas. We want to moisten it from the inside, also the ears and the tail, and then bring them into shape. Just press out this area here from the sides, and ideally you have some kind of muck or something round to put in there and close the zipper while drying. For the tail we simply want to spread out from the inside to give this some shape and as well bend out the ears. Again, we have here an edge that is not super clean, so we want to cut off the excess, grind it, sand it, bevel it and re-dye it, as well as burnish it. Now for the sword, which is purely decorative, it's just 2 layers of leather glued together and then sewn. We got these openings here on the top and bottom of the head, and that's where we want to put the sword through. We also want to weave some thread, like 3 of them braided together, for at least a meter, which is I think 3 foot, and then weave it and rope it around the head and the leg, just to illustrate that the wolf is tied up. Make sure to also go through the hilt hole here on the sword to secure it. And that's almost it. You might have noticed this little problem here on the design, this flappy arm. This wasn't how it was originally designed, but I thought, okay, I want to cut in there to bend up the leg to not stick it out that much, to not make it wear out too much. So I'm cutting in there, cutting some holes, and then sew the leg in the new position. This is also included in the pattern, no worries. And there we go for real now. The Fenris wolf bag is finished. I kinda like the color, and I also kinda not like the color, because this was a quite trust the process thing, because after airbrushing this didn't look it just looked dirty, just yellow dirty. So I was quite stressed about the color up until after sanding and the finish making everything pop. I hope you enjoyed this project and see you guys next time. Have a great day. Also, turns out by accident that half of the wolf makes for a nice female chest piece. Almost already ready to go.